What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody, back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video after a day of mild success for our boy Phil. That's right, the first stream, of course, sadly, our boy did not hit the Dent streak. He barely got any support. And then on the night stream, I'm guessing a few Dents felt bad. They rallied, they coordinated, and they got Phil to 150. That's right, so he hit his goal and crushing his wife's soul, or whatever he says nowadays. Anyway, let's see what Phil had to say on the daily rap. By the way, there's some serious cope in this daily rap. Our boy Phil just can't help it. He just can't help. Doody's just living rent-free in this man's big bulbous head. So let's see what he had to say on the daily rap.
So let's talk about today. First of all, today, I started now using a 4K webcam quality. If you can't notice, if you're watching this right now at the highest quality on YouTube, it should look much more clear and crisp than it did before. Also, when I do this, you should notice that the green screen AI effect also looks much better. As you can see, look, it's actually taking it more, it looks almost perfect, does it not? Because the higher resolution you use, the better the effect, you see? So the pluses of this was I looked better today on the podcast, and as I was playing games, I looked better in the corner of the screen. The downside, I can only do it at 30 frames per second. This webcam is not a 4K 60 frames, it's only a 30 frames webcam, so no 60 frames. So there's a trade-off there. And what I'd like to know is, I like your feedback. Do you like the 4K quality 30 frames, or would you prefer if I went back to the 1080p 60 frames? Was it a big deal to have the extra frames on the podcast and in these kind of vlogs, or in the camera for the game? Let me know, okay? I can do either. I'm okay with either, but I need to know what you would like more, okay?
Okay, so this is Phil yet again rearranging the chairs on the Titanic. Honestly, Phil, no one gives a shit. You still look horrendous. So you're getting old. It's not helping you. 4K isn't helping you, Phil. It makes you look older and worse. So first of all, that's it. The other thing too is Doody speaks pignosis. So this is what Phil is doing here. Phil is starting to prep the dents so that hopefully one of them will get him a new 4K 60 FPS camera, because apparently now everything has to be 4K 60 FPS, and he probably is going to want some RGBs on that, some RGB lighting on that camera. Dude, we know the grift already, Phil. Whenever you start talking about quality and you want feedback, what you're saying is, hey, it would be nice if someone donated or someone gave me a 4K 60 FPS camera. It doesn't matter, Phil. What do you need a 60 FPS camera for? You're just sitting there moving on the X, Y, and axis. That's all you're doing, Phil. You're not doing anything that would require 60 FPS, let alone anything that would require 4K. Really, Phil, just go back to your 1080p. Dude, you look horrendous. And again, I'm not shaming you, Phil. Your looks are your looks. You can't do it. Well, you can do something about it. You can exercise and take care of yourself and shower and get a haircut and wear better clothing, but that's neither here or there. What I suggest, Phil, is taking care of yourself, brother. Work out, stop eating Burger King, exercise a good amount, start eating better, take care of yourself, stop drinking, stop staying up late at night, drunk tweeting at 4 o'clock in the morning, Phil. Stop hounding the Kino Casino folks in their chat. Go to fucking bed at a normal time. Go to bed at a normal time. Dude, why don't you have some sexy time with the wife? Dude, there have been studies out there about sexy time that it really helps your immune system. It makes you look younger. It's good for your skin. It's good for your overall mental stability. Dude, look into that. It's good, because Doody does practice sexy time with the missus, and it really does help out Doody. It makes Doody look very young and healthful, and it motivates me to stay beautiful. So, Phil, forget about the 4K camera. Forget about that. Work on your sexy. You wearing that sweater that makes you look like the Hail Bob guy from Heaven's Gate, looking like a cult leader. That's not working, brother. It's not. Get yourself some nice clothing. Fix that hair of yours, or maybe shave it the hell off. Fix that nasty, patchy beard of yours, and work on that. Forget about 4K cameras, bro. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. All it does is just highlights how ugly you really are, brother. And again, no shade against you, Phil. You look how you look. It is what it is. But again, I'm trying to give you advice on what you should actually focus on, Phil. Focus on yourself. Stop focusing on 4K 60 FPS. A better camera isn't going to make you look better, brother. It just isn't.
Now, today on the podcast, we had a fun time hanging out, chilling, relaxing. Talked about the games I played yesterday, including Path of Exile 2, which I'm on the fence about continuing because I liked it, but man, it didn't really get much of a response from the viewership. We also talked about various other things. We hung out. We talked about the schedule. I now set in stone that next week I'll be reacting to the Mr. Medicare documentary. I believe it was on Wednesday of next week. It's going to be like a whole day reserved for it, although I don't know if I'll need the whole day to do it. And we talked about a whole bunch of fun topics. It sucks you can't watch the podcast right now. I really hope it processes like it claims it's going to do, because this is really dumb that it's not processing, and I don't know what's going on. YouTube sucks right now, okay? Marvel Rivals was fun today. I played with a bunch of characters, including, let's think about this. Luna Snow, who is super good as a healer, like probably the best healer in the game from what I've seen. Black Panther, who I feel is good, but I feel like the game needs a targeting system for melee characters because it doesn't have one. So Black Panther, the idea is to hit you with a spear that causes this vibranium effect and then basically keep hitting you with his dash attacks because he has two different ones. The problem is once you dash, you can't lock on. So you'll lose track of where the enemy is, and now you're trying to spin and find them. Meanwhile, all the people who are shooting you all get to easily shoot you, and you die instantly. So if he could track, it's like hit like that, it would be perfect. But you can't really do that in the game. So I feel like they need to improve melee characters, to be honest. I also used Wolverine for a bit, and I'm going to be honest, very disappointing. I think that Wolverine is not properly represented in this game. They give him an attack called this jumping lunge, and the idea is that you're right in front of an enemy, you do it, it hooks your claws into them and launches them with you. You slam them into the ground, and then you can get a free combo because it speeds him up when he lands. That jumping lunge misses 98% of the time. You will be standing directly in front of the enemy and do it, and Wolverine will jump and it won't grab him. It's so rare when it actually does what it's intended to do, because the idea is you dash up, because he has a dash attack, dash and slash, and then maybe do one hit and then do it immediately. So imagine dashing attack, slash, pick them up, slam them, quick slash, and now if you have your ultimate, you can even do that and insta-kill it. But it doesn't work. The stupid lunge passes through the enemy so often. It's incredibly frustrating. So that really pissed me off because I love Wolverine. He was always my favorite Marvel character, and he kind of sucks in Marvel Rivals right now. And the last character I used was Jeff the Shark. So I used a variety of characters. And we came up with this idea that if people contributed a certain amount, like $20, that they'd be able to pick the character that I use next. The thing is, we didn't figure this out till halfway into the stream. And so by the time I had announced it, no one knew about it. So only one person took advantage of it because no one ever even knew what was going on. But I think what I want to do moving forward when I play Marvel Rivals for $20 contribution. So, you get 4 gifted subs over on Kick, 6 or 7 gifted subs on, 7 gifted memberships on YouTube, a $20 tip, a $20 super chat, whatever it is. You pick the character I pick next. I think that would be fun, that people get that kind of level of control because there's so many characters to try. It's good to have guidance, right? So anyway, it was great. Now, did we hit the goal? No. Did we do well? Well, I made like $80. I'm not complaining about that at all. That's a good stream to me. So I was happy, and the viewers were happy, and it was all good. And there was no drama. There was no, oh my God, we're not hitting the goal. It was what it was, and we moved on. It was fine. No drama, no problems. So, fun Marvel Rival stream. Can't wait to play more and try more characters. Okay? Then,
All right, so of course we're going to come across the first Cope here. It was perfectly fine we didn't hit the goals. Yeah, that's bullshit. He went overtime again yesterday. He went about 30 minutes overtime on the first stream trying to get another Hail Mary tip. So again, Phil, you say one thing and you do another. The other thing here, real quick, is justice for Connor. Our boy Phil tried to scam Connor. Now, this is the new grift, the new Marvel Rival scam that he's trying to do. Give me $20, but the initial, give me $20 and you get to pick the player I play with for half an hour. He lied there. He mentioned that on the podcast. This wasn't something that just came out of the blue. And it wasn't $20, Phil. It was $20. It was $25. Now, the reason why I know this is because you tried to scam Connor. Connor came in and dropped a $20 super chat, right, and said, hey, I'd like you to play as Black Panther. You know what Phil did? Phil basically said, no, I'm sorry, brother. I'm not going to play with anyone because you didn't give me $25. Even though he tipped him like $2 previously. And then he was like, no, I'm not picking the character. I'm not picking the character unless you tip me like another $4 or another $5. That's what he said. And of course, no one else in the chat was taking him up on his $25 scam, right? And the chat was cooking Phil, saying, dude, are you really going to fucking cheat him out of $5? Are you really pushing him for $5? Literally, that's what the chat said when that happened, Phil. And since no one and you ignored them, you didn't bring it up, you didn't say shit, you weren't going to pick the player. And when no one else decided to step up and give you $25 to pick a player, you then relented to your chat and said, oh, okay, well, I see you gave me $22. That's fine. I'll be a nice guy. I'll pick Black Panther for you. Which he didn't even pick Black Panther because apparently someone else picked him. So he had to stick with Wolverine. And he ended up playing with Wolverine for like an hour. I'm not even sure if he even bothered playing with Black Panther. So again, justice for Connor. Hashtag justice for Connor, because he's such a penny pinching, like, just greedy. Just to greed is outrageous. I mean, really, if someone gave me $20, and let's just say I put a goal out there of $25, and someone gave me 15 or 20 and asked me to, well, first of all, Doody would never do that. But if I were to do that, I'd be like, hey, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Let's do it. Let's perfectly fine. Thank you. I appreciate your generosity. The mere fact that he's actually doing it is fucking disgusting. This just goes back to the Pokemon, when he used to charge $25 for you to name a Pokemon. To name a Pokemon. I mean, just the scumbaggery that is Phil. Anything to make a quick dollar. Anything. Literally anything to make a dollar. I swear to God. I mean, I'm shocked that he hasn't created a segment where if you give him $10, you can come on and insult him. That'll come eventually because the wheels are coming off. I'm actually going to do a video next regarding Kick, where Phil dropped this innocuous little note. It didn't get much traction, but he literally started dropping the hints of possibly wage quitting the Kick streams, the multi-streams, because he's already talking about it's not worth it. Because the Kick support's dried up. It's completely dried up. He talks about maybe getting 5 subs a day. No, he doesn't. He barely gets 1. He barely gets 1 a fucking day. And it's been that way for quite some time. It's been that way since his last marathon, to be honest. And I really think the Dents have just moved the fuck on. They're like, they're done. They moved back to Kino Casino. The support just dried up. Sorry, Phil. And that's not going to change anytime soon. So yeah, that's some serious cope here. So let's keep going a little bit because he's going to continue the cope again regarding the Dent streak.
It was Indiana Jones tonight, continuing on. And I'll tell you this, tonight's Indiana Jones stream was great fun. And here's why. It was chill. It was a relaxed atmosphere. We all were interacting and having fun conversation. Some people were helping me with the game. Others just wanted to talk about random topics, and that was all good. We did a combination of content, including both main story elements and a lot of side content. I ended up getting the camera, which allowed me to take pictures of the cats in the game, plus other things like, symbols and things for other quests. So, major advancement. And now we're at a part where we're going to be redeeming 2 quests in. It's going to advance the plot in a big way. And probably see what's next in the story. So it went really well. And now the combat's better too. I learned that you whip people to stun them, then you can beat the shit out of them with your fists, which is super fun to do. So I had a great time in Indy tonight, and guess what? We hit the goal. So now we're at goal number 6 out of 10. 4 more streams where we hit the goal, and it's time for DSP tries it. Because again, even though we don't hit goals sometimes, it's fine. The goal counter will continue when we do. It's okay to have a stream here or there that we don't hit it, okay? That's my mentality. Hey, as long as we're hitting it every once in a while, as long as we're still making something on a stream, it's not a total fail, it's fine. Okay? And I think the trolls don't get that, because the trolls started making these videos now of like a week or 2 ago. They're doing, oh, look what he said when he wanted the streak to continue. There is no streak. It's been ended already. We changed it. Okay? Oh, look what he said the other night. Yeah, it's out of context. That's actually not what happened. Like that's what they're so angry now, because now I've changed it to be something that's not pressure constantly to hit a goal. They now are upset that things are going to change for the better. They are. Of course, anything for me that's good, they can't handle, right? So, anyway, great streaming day today. My only worry is I'm going to go to upload tonight.
All right, so you hear that cope right there. That's right. Phil, our boy Phil here is now saying that Doody's lying. Doody's making up stuff. He's calling it the Dent streak, and it's not the Dent streak. Dude, I'm the only one making those videos. Every single time he doesn't hit the Dent streak, I make a video that says whatever the game is, ended the streak or whatever. And he's butthurt. Phil, I'm trolling you, brother. I'm mocking you and making fun of you because I know it bugs you. I don't know how many times I don't know how many times I have to say this, Phil. But when I know that something bothers you, I'm going to stay on it. I'm going to keep mentioning it. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to find new ways to mock you about it. So, yeah, Doody's posting videos that the streak ended. And you know what's funny? You were the idiot calling it the streak. You are. How many times have you misspoken and said, oh, we want to hit the streak. Oh, it's not a streak anymore. I mean, the goal. Again, Again, folks, rearranging the chairs on the Titanic. He has no concept and no ability to change. So he just has to rearrange what he's currently doing now and beat it to death. And that's what he's doing here. Phil, it doesn't matter whether you change it to a goal versus a streak versus consecutive. It doesn't matter. The concept is exactly the same. You want them to get on a roll because you want to hit that 100 streak, that 100 goal or whatever, so that you can play Stellar Blade. And at that, you want a smaller one. You want to say every 10 you eat some DoorDash or whatever. So again, Phil, that is a streak. I am sorry, that is a fucking streak. Just because you want to change and you want to use semantics and change up the semantics, it doesn't fucking matter. So you know what I'm going to do, Phil? If you're going to keep tracking this, you know what Doody's going to do? Every time you don't hit it, I'm going to make a video stating that you didn't hit your fucking goal. And if you don't like that, tough shit. You want Doody to stop that? Stop being an idiot and actually do some real content and stop with these stupid ass gimmicks of the streak and all that shit. Do some real content, Phil. Do some real content so that Doody can make fun of that content. But if not, this is perfectly fine. I'm loving it. I'm having fun. I love making these videos where I get the post that you didn't hit your fucking goal. It's so funny. You know why? Because I know it bothers you and it eats you a fucking alive. It keeps you up at night, losing your hair, fucking with heartburn, and saying, shit, Doody won again. Anyway, folks, that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.